So yes guys, hello and welcome back to the Adam Templeton Triathlete YouTube channel. If you can't tell already, you're joining me today when I'm out on the bike, on the cards, hoping to get a nice long endurance ride in. And yeah, at the moment, just coming up to about 40 minutes in. Weather today, overcast, not too much wind, dry at the moment, and yeah, reasonably mild as well, which is always nice. Now, if you've made it past the classic British weather chit chat at the start there, you might be wondering, Adam, what is the purpose of this title, "You're Fleeing the Country"? Well, let me explain. Today is currently Wednesday, and yesterday I pretty much spent the whole day when I should have been looking for jobs or doing some programming, searching about the internet for last minute holiday deals. And by 8:30 last night, I'd booked up to go to Mallorca for a week, leaving this Friday. The main reason that I decided to leave it so late to book this trip away was simply because, like I was saying in the last video, I was still just trying to get back into training over the past couple of weeks after being ill. But the past week has been really good, really positive. I've been able to build day upon day. I don't feel overly tired after bigger sessions. Been able to fuel properly, so I felt the time was right. With holidays still booked in for work, university finished, it was time to go and explore the great place of Mallorca. So when I'm in Mallorca, I'm going to be staying in Peguera, which is just about 20 minutes or so outside of the main sort of Palma area, which is on the southwest side of the island. And yeah, it means I'm going to have some nice sunsets. I'm only 5 minutes from the beach, and luckily enough there's also a bike hire shop just 2 minutes down the road, so you already know I'm going to be going in there, getting on a bike and trying to get as many miles in as possible. Even though the coast in Scotland can be nice on its day, like I am down just now in Largs, at this time of year, even though we're already at the middle of May, some European countries are thinking, wow, it's getting pretty hot. Yeah, the water here is just not warm enough for swimming just yet. But in Spain and Mallorca, yeah, I'll be able to get the wetsuit on, get some open water practice in, and see if my hard work through the winter in the pool is actually going to be able to be transferred into the open water with that weight. There we go, made it to the summit of the climb out of Largs, and that leads me on to the question for the video. Have you ever been to Mallorca for a cycling or sporting holiday? And if so, how did you find it? How were the roads? How was the terrain? Yeah, just in general, was it good? Let me know down below. After encountering a slight headwind, but nothing too major, we've now finished off the first big loop of the ride, made it back home, grabbing a quick bite to eat with a banana, something a bit different from the energy bars, filling up one bottle of sports carb mix, and yes, I'm only taking one bottle. That's for all you weight weenies out there in the cycling world. Currently about 96 kilometres into this one, hoping to get another 44 to take us to a nice round 140. Let's go. That is one thing I will not miss, is the amount of temporary traffic lights that are dotted about at the moment. It's absolutely unreal. Last bit of substantial climbing done and dusted. Feeling pretty good. Again, I finished off on the climb there that I was doing last week and I was burst. And to be honest, yeah, I feel reasonable at the moment, which is promising. So yeah, just about 20 k's or so of rolling terrain to go, and then we'll be done. After one last trip lap to get an extra 3 kilometres past the trout fishery after some dodgy calculations from myself, and then one more set of temporary traffic lights, we've now made it home pretty much bang on 140k, and I'm really happy with how the ride went. Most people when improving in cycling are looking at their power numbers, seeing if they're going up, or their heart rate to see if that's lower for the same power. Personally, I look at another sort of stat, more sort of very personal, where it's if I'm making the right decisions consistently throughout the ride. Just the simple things. Am I drinking enough? Am I eating enough? There's a hill coming up, am I in the right gear? Riding on the flat, am I keeping a good cadence? Just the wee things that make sure the ride is as smooth as possible, and I feel I've done really well at that today. The ride might be done, but the triathlon life moves on. Off to the pool. Again, this one's more just about turning the arms over. Probably aim for about 2.5k in the water here. See how I'm feeling. Might be a bit shorter, might be a bit longer. But yeah, let's get it done. There we have it, as planned. 2.5k's in the books in the pool. Nothing special, just sort of working through doing some lengths where I'm trying to get as much force in the water as possible, so a minimal number of strokes, and then going straight into as much turnover as possible while not trying to gas myself too much. And yeah, it went fairly well. These workouts today, sort of lower power, longer efforts on the bike, or an endurance ride on the bike, and then just a shorter swim with some technique work. If you were looking at them individually, you wouldn't really be able to see the improvement straight away. But with these workouts, it's about doing them back to back to back, week in, week out, and over time, you'll be able to see the improvements most definitely. I can't remember who said it, so to be honest, I might just claim it as my own, but the top athletes aren't consistently doing great workouts. They're great at being consistent. And on that bombshell, I'll probably end the video there. Again, let me know if you've cycled in Mallorca before, if you get any tips and tricks and how you enjoyed it. Be sure to check me out on Instagram and Strava to keep up with my training. If you did enjoy this one, be sure to hit the like button. And yeah, I guess the next video, I'll be catching you in hopefully a slightly warmer climate. See you then.